Was Beethoven black or of Middle Eastern descent? Well, one pop singer in Germany thinks so. This is according to an article from ClassicFM.com. Title of the article, German pop singer calls for Beethoven's body to be exhumed for a racial DNA test. This is by Sophia Alexandra Hall. It's dated October 4th. German singer Roberto Blanco has called on the mayor of Vienna to exhume Beethoven's body to confirm the composer's racial DNA. Now, the debate over Beethoven's ethnicity goes back to the 1920s, so it's over a century old. And Beethoven died in 1827 in Vienna, and Blanco addresses Vienna's mayor over the issue in a YouTube video. Blanco states his reasoning for asking this question, quote-unquote, is to see if he looks more like you or me, referring to the mayor. Now, Blanco, who is of Afro-Cuban origin, was born in Tunisia before moving to Germany and becoming a singer in the 1950s. The 84-year-old beloved singer has recorded multiple hit albums and appeared on a number of music variety shows. Why is Beethoven's ethnicity an issue? This is what the article asked. Well, in 2015, the century-old debate resurfaced. A student-run Minnesota newspaper, good old Minnesota, called the Concordian, had suggested a quote-unquote whitewashing of the composer's legacy, citing descriptions of Beethoven as having, quote, a wide, thick-lipped mouth, short, thick nose, and proudly arched forehead. So what? Also known as cultural whitewashing, whitewashing in this context is the practice where historians, artists, and other documents highlight white as the primary and dominant race, consequently pushing or entirely removing ethnic minorities from the record. Where's the proof of this? I've talked about this many times. You have many composers out there that are just now getting their due. We know the name Anton Bruckner, right? Did you know that the premiere of his Third Symphony was a complete disaster? And that nobody paid attention to Anton Bruckner? They thought he was a buffoon, a country bumpkin? Nobody took his music seriously until the 1920s, 1930s. The scores were too long. His music was awkward. Beethoven's friend and secretary, Ferdinand Ries. Another example of a composer we rarely hear about today. Ever hear Ries's Fourth Symphony? Great piece of music. I have in my possession a copy of Julius Grimm's Symphony in D minor. There is no known performance anywhere by an orchestra of that piece. Julius Grimm was a white German composer. So Julius Grimm's whiteness did not bring him the popularity that he probably longed for as a composer. This is how stupid these people are at the Concordian. And you know what it goes back to, and I've talked about this as well, jealousy. They're jealous of the talent that someone like Beethoven has. It doesn't matter whether Beethoven was black, Hispanic, he may have had Moorish blood, because they talk about that here in the article. What does it matter? It's the artistry that we respect the most. If Jimi Hendrix were white, would that make him any less of a guitarist? Jimi Hendrix was one of the greatest guitarists of the 20th century. And you know who he studied with? Roy Clark. A lot of people don't know that. He had some sessions with Roy Clark. Yeah, Roy Clark from Hee Haw. Roy Clark was a great guitarist. I think he just passed away. He might still be alive. But either way, a great guitarist of the 20th century. Remember Chet Atkins? Django Reinhardt? So there's a lot of great artists out there that we may or may not have heard about. Many factors go into them becoming famous or having their music published. Maybe some of these composers don't want their music published. Maybe they just do this as a hobby because they have a day job. So they don't have all the time to write out the music they want to write. They have to write it in whatever time that they have, given whatever job that they're working at the time. So it just cracks me up to see this type of article. And you've got a newspaper called the Concordian that wants to talk about whitewashing. Are pop radio stations and hip-hop stations, are they engaging in black supremacy because they primarily play hip-hop music from black neighborhoods or the black community? I'm just asking. Now, the article also talks about the whitewashing of Jesus in Hollywood films where actors played minority roles. Now, most records state that Beethoven's genealogy was Flemish. However, those who champion the racial theory suggest that his mother, Maria Magdalena, was of Moorish descent. Leading Beethoven expert and classic FM presenter John Suchet, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, last name Suchet, commented last year that it is possible that Beethoven had Moorish blood, but is most likely a bloodline from his father's side. Suchet also commented on Beethoven's alleged dark features, saying, quote, Beethoven's dark complexion was frequently commented on, and at school in Bonn he was nicknamed the Spaniard. The mayor has yet to respond to Blanco, but Blanco has received many responses abroad and on social media. Once again, what does it matter whether or not Beethoven was of Moorish origin? If he had dark skin. So what? Does it matter if a family member came from Africa or came from Egypt or some other part of the world? Doesn't matter. Beethoven was a great composer. He wrote great music, and we should be focusing on the music, not whether or not that artist is black, white, Hispanic, you name it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click that like button. Hit me up on Instagram at hashtag Jason Composes. Leave comments below. And now you can reach me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy Twitter. As I always say, these videos are raw and unedited. What you see is what you get. I think that's the charm of the channel. But hopefully the message is getting out there. And I just saw that one of my videos got 355 views. That may not be a lot to somebody who's got 10,000 views out there, but thank you for supporting the series. The message is getting out there. You know we preserve our history and culture as Americans here on the channel, and I have a lot of fun doing these videos for you. Let's not take down statues. Let's not get into this race war when it comes to art. Let's preserve great art and great music because it's great art and it's great music and it deserves to be preserved and it deserves to be heard. So this is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country, and I'll catch you next time.